Welcome back. We're back here to discuss Tales of the Underworld. This time we're talking about the Cad Bane half.
Oh, Cad Bane.
Yeah. I'm Derrick.
I'm Jack McClunky.
People need to drink more in Star Wars so we can get more toasts.
I know. I mean, this year we were kind of blessed with the Andor.
Yeah.
We got the Chandrillan one, but we need more. Like, there's got to be a Mandalorian one. They're so like fucking Spartan Vikings, you know. We need some sort of like skull.
Metal skull.
Best scar to your engines.
So a quick update, because I mentioned last time we had some issues with Return of the Jedi. It turns out those issues are not something I'm going to be able to fix unless I want to spend 20 plus hours working on the episode. And
I think I was sent by the government to make Derrick's life harder. I'm fairly certain, because this technical issue is a big one.
Yeah. So we're doing this now, so you guys aren't waiting. And then either, depending on our schedule, because June is a big month on Bad Movies, Worst People, because we've got 5 Mondays plus a Friday the 13th plus Patreon, so we have a lot of episodes.
Plus, we both have to work. Just saying.
Plus, yeah, we have actual jobs that we get paid for, and so if we have time, we will re-record a new episode on Return of the Jedi. If we don't, we will move forward into Mandalorian, which is shorter form content. It'll be a little easier to do, and then as soon as we do have time, we'll jump back and do Return of the Jedi again. But we will be doing an episode about Return of the Jedi.
Apologies all around.
Yes, I apologize to anybody listening.
Drop it the second that we have it edited up.
But yes, we're going to talk about the second half of Tales of the Underworld. And this is, aside from that, was it one episode of Mandalorian? This is my first experiences with Cad Bane.
Yeah, he's in one, maybe two. Because I know that he has the duel against Cobb Vanth.
Yeah,
refrigeration, and then he definitely has the duel with Boba, which I misspoke. I as soon as I said it, I knew I was wrong. When I said that Boba shot him, Boba didn't shoot him. He fucking sticked him. He gaffy sticked him.
Oh, that's the pokey stick.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be confused with a pokey ball. So this one starts in Space Chicago.
Yes, Duro.
Duro, okay. I was like, I know you've told me before, and Duro was something that was kind of like what's in my head. Well, you've told me what his race was. We've mentioned it on something. So.
Yeah, I've definitely mentioned he's Duros, but it's not always the same. You know, Duros from Duro. You have what do you call it? Zabraks from either Iridonia or what is happening over there? Zabraks from either Iridonia or Dathomir. So I mean, be all over.
Okay, yeah. This started and I was like, this looks like Chicago. You have like the raised rail.
Oh, I definitely got if not Chicago, then some sort of like Jersey area. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess they have raised rails and stuff in New York and stuff too.
I thought Chicago right away though.
Yeah. You got like back alley gambling and raised trains and
people that look like goats.
Street urchins and a walrus man with a horseshoe haircut.
Yeah, I like seeing that. I don't know. I just like seeing different models of the aliens that we grew up with. You know, we're starting to see more Trandoshans. We even get a heavy set Duros here in this arc.
Yeah, and there's another one of those googly head guys.
Googly head. Googly head? Okay, that can mean so many things in Star Wars, like googly eyes, or one of
the guy that fuck. And I'm a dumb today. The one that Han took his shot first against.
The Rhodians.
Rhodians, yeah. There's a Rhodian at the police precinct. Well, you know, because they got like little googly hair and
sure. Sure, they have googly hair.
What were those little puppet things or cartoons in the 80s that had the little things on their head? Yeah, like they got little snork things on them. Anyway, so
Man, I wish Greedo was still alive. He'd come get you. You're in for it, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Misunderstand. I'll do a shot first. No, we're supposed to kill each other. You do a shot, I do a shot. I took a shot first, now you do a shot. We're doing this Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark style. I'm Carrot Allen.
Let's see who could take a shot first. Ready? 1, 2. Ow! You shot me.
You misunderstood the game. And I'm very drunk, so I'm bleeding out very fast.
But I don't feel it.
Well, I don't feel. I feel good.
Doesn't hurt though.
Not gonna lie.
So we're introduced.
Hand me one of those death sticks on my way out.
This is like the first arc. They assume you know something. They assume you're not me. So we're introduced to these two little Durosians. Duros? Is that just the plural, like
Duros.
moose?
Yeah, I think it's moose. I think they're much like moose.
we're introduced to these two little Duros, and it turns out we find out in the second episode. We find out in the second episode that they're Colby and Nero. I think we get Nero in this one.
We definitely get Nero right away.
Which made me assume the other one was Cad Bane until I saw the guy with the hat. But then he talked, and I was like, that's a different Cad Bane.
That's exactly what I was wondering about that, because I could definitely tell right away. It's like, that's not Cad Bane. But I wondered if someone like yourself that has one, maybe two fucking scenes of live action would be fooled, as it were.
Well, at first I wrote down Cad Bane, and then I put fake Cad Bane ? Because he started talking, and it didn't sound like the voice that I remembered. So,
yeah.
Yes, he's Laszlo. But we find out that they're living in this space Chicago, and like it looks okay. Like there's been a rash of violence, and there's these little homeless kids running around, these little orphans, riffraff, street rats, if you will.
I don't buy that.
And we got the bald walrus man yelling at them, and like so it's like things are getting bad, but they're not bad yet. Kind of.
I think this is kind of been a thing for a while. Not the violence. The violence is new. I think the poverty and the, I don't know, straight up classism. It's very Gotham. You know, you got these fucking rich socialites walking by. Like, don't associate with street trash. How many times have I told you this? You roll a quarter down the street and you watch them chase it for our entertainment. That's it.
Look, I told you when you were watching Aladdin, this is all for fun and games, but you don't talk to those people.
Not all street rats can sing that good. I'm just saying. You'd be surprised how many couldn't sing, be honest with you. You want to poop in a paper bag with accuracy. That's your man. Singing a song, no.
I do love Colby, who turns out to be Cad Bane, and Nero, like doing this little hustle on this fucking CB droid.
Oh yeah, because they're checking garbage bins and shit, and they find this rotten fruit.
Dude,
and they
he's licking yogurt out of a used yogurt cup out of the trash can. No, thank you.
You wish it was yogurt.
That's what I assume. It looks like a little yogurt cup.
Droppings of a googly head.
Is this yogurt? Nope, that's googly poop.
Nope. You know what though? Like googly. Oh shit. Rhodians. There's something in their blood that you can ferment. And it's like a delicacy because there's like a whole story that after Greedo gets shot, the bartender like rushes over. It's like scoop, 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 scoop.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, isn't that great? I mean, it's something we don't talk about often enough, but like there's things on our Earth that will get you, fucked up naturally. There's got to be things in Star Wars like other races that would like their pee would melt through our wood or something. There's a race out there that pees termites. That's kind of what I'm trying to get to.
Like the xenomorphs.
Exactly. Concentrated termites, dude.
But yeah, they do this little game with him and they steal some food and Laszlo spots them and he goes up to him and he's like, hey, good job on robbing that dude. Here's some money. Call it an investment. I'll see you later. And they're like, I don't know what this means, but I'm going to spend it.
He was watching him for everything. Like even when the shopkeeper was getting mad, I think that's where he first got his idea. Like, oh.
Yeah, because he was watching this shop, it turns out, right?
Uh-huh. For a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we kind of know it at this point, or we're about to, because the kids see it. There's a back alley or like a speakeasy of gambling.
Yeah. And this isn't Andor. So if this was the world of Andor, I would be like, kids, don't take money from that guy. That's how you get human trafficked.
Uh-huh.
That was he's like, call it an investment. I'm like, don't
Oh,
take
I
that
had
money.
I think because I know where Cad Bane ends up, I'm like, well, I know this is his origin story of how he got rough and tough.
Yeah, well, that's what I assumed because we're starting with him so young, and this guy has the hat and shit.
Also, you're 100% correct, though. This is not Andor. Andor, this is going to go very differently in Tony Gilroy's universe.
Yeah. But yeah, so they go and they buy a bunch of candy and shit, and what crunchies they call them.
Crunchies, yeah.
Laszlo shows up and he's like, "Hey, just so you know, you guys were the investment I was making, and if you want more money, come with me. I've got a little job for you, And they do they do negotiate. He's like, I'll give you 5 times what I gave you last time.
Well, because it's funny
like,
because Nero's like, dude, come on, let's leave. It's not worth it. Bane
Yeah.
or Kobe. He's like, you're right. It's not worth it. I want 10.
yeah.
And Laszlo's like, this is my kind of fucking scrapper. This is my kind of street rat, dude. Call me Fabian. I'm going to have all these kids working for me.
Yeah. Nero's like, that's not what all right.
Fine. I do like crunchies.
So they go and they fuck with the casino owner guy or the bouncer or whoever it is.
Right.
To distract them from the door, which is inside this little bodega. And Laszlo goes in there, starts shooting shit up.
Guns a-blazing, dude. Him
Yeah.
and his team. He's got a 70s porn star on his team. He's got a big Trandoshan. And then I think what looks like a Bith in those goggles.
Oh, Trandoshan. That's okay. I couldn't remember. I was like, I know Jax told me. So
Yeah.
I wrote down, I think I wrote
Lizard Man. Googly hand.
no, where was it? Dragon Pig Man.
Half pig, half man. Super serial. Yeah.
But yeah, they go running off. He shoots this dude, and they're both kind of like, "Oh shit!" But it's Nero the one that's more like, "Well, that's not cool."
He's just staring like, fuck, dude. I didn't know we were gonna be killing people. Bane's just kind of, I'm gonna call him Bane.
Yeah.
Bane's just kind of like, fuck. Well, here we go. Like he shakes it off really quick. Oh shit,
Yeah.
that guy's dead. We gotta go.
Yeah, well, he's like, "There's not even any blood, dude. It's fine.
Yeah, he's barely dead.
They're just singe holes."
Mostly dead.
But yeah, Nero gets caught by the police, and Bane gets away, and we get the Laszlo like, "Hey, bad news, your friend got caught. Good news, you get his share."
Fuck yeah, you get 20 credits now, son.
And then he follows it up with "Welcome to the family," and I'm like, doesn't sound much like a family, but all right.
Well, because he knows he would have gone back for one of his other guys, or he knows his guys are good enough not to get caught, not
Yeah.
stupid enough. So he's like, I'm weeding out these fucking people. I watched him struggle with a dead body, and I watched you walk away, and then I watched you get away from the robots. Your family, fuck this dude. I mean, it's thick as thieves, right?
And this one moves a lot faster than the Asajj Ventress one did.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's that, and then we're into the next one, and then the last episode, even though it's the longest one, it's just like boom, 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 done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I should do it now or I save it for after. We'll save it.
So then we cut X amount of years in the future. Colby's growing up. We find out he goes by the name Cad Bane now. They're hanging out in the Star Yard.
Actually, I don't think he goes by Cad Bane yet. It's just Cad.
Oh, okay. He adds the Bane.
Yeah, I think that's as his exploits, if you want to even call him that, his feats now, because they're not good. But either way.
This Star Yard that they like have their base in, at first I was like, oh, is this how they're trying to tie these two episodes together? Because it kind of looks like the Star Yard from the Asajj Ventress one where they tried to steal the shit from the Empire, but I don't know where this lines up in the timeline. So I mean, because it could be before that, but
I mean,
it has
Cad
that same
Bane-
like trench and all this. Stuff going on, so.
This is pre-Clone Wars.
Okay. Well, so yeah, it could be, and then like the Empire.
Well,
came
no,
in and
because
cleaned it up.
it could be the same star. I see.
That's what I mean. Like it looks like the same place because it's got like
Yeah.
the industrial stacks in the back with the smoke, and it's got the trenches in the ground. And
I thought you meant like those were happening like in the same timeline. I see what you're saying now.
no, yeah, it just kind of looks like the same place. But what do I know?
A lot.
Yeah, not about this.
True.
So Laszlo's off on a mission, or going off on a mission to go to Duro, and he tells Cad to stay behind. He's like, but boss, that's my old place. He's still
Hey,
not
boss,
quite
that's
doing
my
his.
old place. I'm doing the voice, but it's also a bit high. I just got one of my testicles to drop, but not the other one. Wait a
'cause
minute.
this is,
Actually, that means my third one to drop. I'm a Duros.
This ties into the Chicago thing, right? He's doing like a Chicago alien accent.
Even though he's in a Western.
Hey, boss. Hey, boss, I'm in a Western.
I want to go on the heist.
But lucky for him, he doesn't, because immediately afterward, or when we cut to the ship is coming back.
Or would he have helped?
I think he would have gotten killed too.
All right.
Because if the cool guy got killed, Laszlo,
yeah, but him and Laszlo, he's faster than Laszlo we see later.
Yeah.
Unless this wasn't a fair fight that him and Laszlo had. I don't know. If they just every time someone's like getting away, they're like, all right, stop, turn, let's scrap. But you know what I mean? Like, was it a heist gone wrong? I mean, obviously, heist gone wrong. Was it a shootout in the streets, like just running away, or was it a duel?
Yeah, like a Wild West showdown, like we have in this one, and
which is 100% what they're going for. I mean, Cad Bane did this. I've probably said it before. The dent in Boba Fett's helmet is from Cad Bane.
Oh, okay. I think I do remember you mentioning that. Yeah.
And this is fucking cool as shit. You know those breathing tubes that he gets much later?
Yeah.
You know why he has those?
No.
So he can continue to breathe if somebody's force choking him. Kind of fucking cool.
I have this very expensive piece of equipment in case I face off against one of the like 4 people in the universe who can do this to me.
That's the thing. He was going up against those fucking people. He took any job, dude. Once Jango Fett died, he was, I mean, like just recognized as the best, most experienced bounty hunter, right above Aura Singh, who we'll have to do something on her one day because she was a fucking ex-Jedi. Like, not she never made Jedi. She was force sensitive, went to the temple, then badness happened. So I could do a whole write up on her.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right.
Like all these characters, I don't know shit about. I mean, I will one day, maybe if they're in the cartoons, because we'll watch those. But
she's in the cartoon. I mean, I don't think that part is in the cartoon. I don't remember where I heard that. Probably a comic.
Yeah, that's what
I heard it from a comic book.
I'm not gonna read all the comics and books. I
no.
am reading a couple of the books, but
I am getting that one that's coming out, or if I think it might already be out. The in between, like right after episode 6, there's a new comic that's coming out that I want to do.
Yeah, that sounds cool. But yeah, the ship comes back. Laszlo's crashes back, and this guy's like, Laszlo's dead, and then he dies, and so Cad's like, well, we're off to investigate what happened, and by investigate, I mean shoot people.
Something I didn't notice, because this was my second watch. Something I didn't notice the first time is when him and Aaron, Arin, when they are playing poker, he's like, "What? Like, you got something to tell me?"
Yeah, and
I didn't catch it the first time. That was subtlety.
Well, there's that, and then when they're on, we'll get to here shortly.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as the end came around, I was like, okay, that all makes sense.
Exactly.
But they go back, and now everything's more rundown. We see the balding walrus man, but now he's digging through the trash because his store is closed.
Yep.
So shit's gotten worse. The gangs are like running the streets. We see dudes like just basically like punking people who walk by, like they're not actually robbing them. Some guy's walking by, and he's just like, "What?" Nero comes up to Cad, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? You know, what are you doing here?"
I've got some work to do. I like how he's like, "Nero, this used to be my oldest, dearest friend until one day he couldn't get away from the cops like some punk bitch, and now we ain't friends anymore. Come and give me a hug." I like it. But yeah, he's like, "I got some business to do, and it might get messy, so you might not want to be around." He's like, "Here's the thing. It can't get messy," and pulls out his little law badge.
Yeah, because now he's a deputy.
Yep.
So he dons the hat, Cad does. He goes off looking for revenge against the marshal. They set up this like explosion to draw them out, I guess. And so the marshal and some deputies gear up.
I don't even know if it's they. It's just...
Or does he just wait for something to explode?
It's just Cad. No, it's just Cad because Erin's on the plane. Or the ship. She wanted to go. She's like, I don't want nothing to do with this because of her secret. You know, she's like, we can leave this alone. Like, we don't need to do anything with this. And so Cad tosses in the fucking thermal detonator and he's like, kind of like, yeah, I'll wait for the fucking law. Shoots a couple of these. We've talked before about how we like droids weren't. Oh, this is pre Clone War. Of course, you got fucking robot police.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, just like here, just like not America right now, but I just read the other day that South Korea just put into commission like their first robot police officer. I was like, well, that seems like a good idea.
I've seen Chappie.
Yeah, I've seen RoboCop.
That's a better one.
But yeah, Nero was told to stay behind. So the marshal shows up here. They have their Wild West showdown and the little quick draw. Marshall gets killed, but he fires off too.
Bane fucking sidesteps that shit.
Yeah. And it turns out that Erin was standing behind him and she was hit by the marshal and she goes down. And this is when she's like, she's like, we can just leave and be happy. And he's like, oh, we will be.
We have a future. He's like, yeah, I'm going to make sure we do by killing everybody. I thought like the first time I watched this, I thought she was dead because their eyes don't lend themselves to letting us know they're not like a human. You can tell right away. Her big eyes, like at one point she just wasn't moving at all. Not this time, mind you, but the first time, just like, man, oh shit, she's fucking dead. But then she's like, we can leave. I'm like, oh, she got shot in the arm and she can't run. Interesting.
Yeah, well, that's how arms work.
Also, I think this animation style lends itself really well to aliens. The aliens look better, especially the Duros, because they're very featureless almost, if that makes sense, and smooth. The humans look a lot more janky in the animation style than the Duros and other aliens, because aliens are supposed to look wild.
Yeah. The Duros look the most like the Greys that we talk about, the aliens that come or supposedly come down and like molest our cows or whatever's going on. There. Whatever's going on in Nebraska.
Home of the Reuben.
Yes, that's a thing we learned.
I'll never forget that from now on, dude.
She tells him like, you have to let this go, and he's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So she ends up. Nero picks up the marshal's gun. He's surrounded by droids. They have a face-off. She yells. She's like, don't shoot. And Nero repeats what he said, what Cad said earlier, or what the marshal had said.
Because he's like, don't kill him. And the marshal's like, that's not up to me.
Yeah, and that's what he says here. He's like, don't shoot. He's like, well, that's up to him. Erin takes Cad's gun, tosses it to Nero. He gets arrested. And it's like, Nero tells him, like, I hope it was worth it. And he goes, it will be. It will be. I know mine sounded like Yoda, but that's because it is.
Yeah, exactly. He said it first.
And then for the last episode, we find out. So I'm assuming this is the Trandoshan. They say Vac Lacko is back.
Yeah, Vac Lacko is the Trandoshan, and Tay Diggs.
Coleman. Nope. He got shot out of a space Uber.
Tacoma got fucking spun out. Yeah, Tay something doesn't fucking matter.
But yeah, so it's the Dragon Pig and the Mustache Man. And that's like a weirder version of Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
It's a Star Wars version, dude. Dragon Pig and the Mustache Man. This Friday at 7.
And we find out that they are now Bane's crew. And Nero's like, well, we don't have to worry about anything because Bane's locked up. He won't be out for at least 5 years. And immediately his deputy there is like, or he's out right now. So
there's actually a shuttle for like 20 minutes from now. Pretty sure Bane's on it.
Yeah, it came from the prison planet directly to us. I know we keep asking him not to, but
this whole town is gung-ho, but maybe not incorrect. Like, I wouldn't blame you if you just killed him as soon as he got off the ship.
Yeah, well, and I wanted to mention, because I've talked about the state of the town in the first one and the state of the town in the second one, and this third one, it's much more cleaned up. Nero's done a good job. It kind of reminds me of what was it, San Frangelis or whatever in Demolition Man.
Oh yeah, what is it? San Frangelis? Is that what it is?
No, I don't think it's that exactly, but it's a combination of two.
Los Frangelis.
Las Fran Diego.
Las Fran Diego. But yeah,
it
like
looks
they
like
have
that.
they
It's
have
got
government, or at least like a council of people now.
Yeah. But like they're like, yeah, there's no question. Bane's coming to settle things once and for all. Nero is told like maybe you should lay low, stay out of this, and he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Not gonna
And-
happen.
And yeah, this council is just telling him like, why don't you just send robots to kill this motherfucker?
Yeah, like dude, we could blow up his fucking transport in the sky.
Yeah.
Let's kill everybody.
This is weaselly old man that's just like, we could just send those and not have everybody die. That'd be nice.
This town's finally nice again, dude.
We get the first hints of what else is going on here with Aaron, because someone tells him like Bane's never going to forgive you after what happened with Aaron. It's one of those things where they just keep saying what happened until
Well,
you
which
find out.
I chalked it up to the first time I watched it. I chalked it up to the fact that he stole his woman.
Yeah. Well, I was like, okay, either he stole his woman or she's dead, and it turns out it's a little bit of both.
It's a lot of both.
Yeah, because there's another character talking to him who asks about like, what is it? How is Aaron doing? And he's like, wait till Bane finds out about.
That's Tay.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
Mustachio.
Because he walks into like the bar or whatever, and he's like, hey, how you know, I don't really want to talk to you after how I find out how you treat your friends.
Right.
You know, how is Aaron doing? You know, wait till Bane finds out about the three of you. You know.
Mhm.
So, and we find out that she did marry the marshal, and someone also mentions like I pity poor Isaac having to live through all of this. So you know it's all connected somehow.
One of the council members.
The first thought is that Isaac is, you know, like they got married and had a kid, and then Bane's going to be upset about that, which he would.
Yeah.
But because of what we were hinted at earlier, you kind of know something else is coming. So they have a confrontation, and Bane's like, hey, where's Aaron? And
You're saying all the things you shouldn't be saying right now.
yeah, because he's like, she's gone. What do you mean gone? She passed away a few years ago. Didn't want to tell me that.
Yep. Yep. Should have lied, dude. Should have paid someone to dress up like her and wear her perfume.
I mean,
Idiot.
they all look the same. It's just grab another lady.
All Duros look the same. I mean, green or blue.
Well, I mean, I've spent this whole episode being racist about aliens. Why stop now?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Lean
you know,
into it,
googly,
Emperor.
you know, googly head guy and dragon pig man, and
You got it, man. It's the Palpatine hour.
Fake news. The dragon pigman and the mustache are back at their old antics again.
listen up, folks. The dragon pigs are back at it again.
Oh, I'm afraid the podcast will be quite operational.
Here, Cad Bane's coming from a prison planet. prisonplanet.com.
Oh, God.
But they're having their face off. Isaac shows up, and Bane's like, ooh, that's interesting. You have a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he doing? Oh, face off. Got it.
Off.
He's
No
like, oh,
more
that's cool.
spotchka for that man.
That's cool. You have a kid. I'll take care of him the same way you took care of Aaron. How about that?
Zing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to kill your kid, just so you know.
And at this moment, I was like, okay, I figured out what happened. This is Cad Bane's kid. You know, they haven't said it yet, but I was like, of
Well,
course
they
it
should
is.
have. Here's the thing you should have realized. I don't think two green Duros can make a blue Duros.
Yeah, I
Aaron
don't
and
know.
Nero are green.
Do either of your parents have red hair?
No,
There you go.
I'm not real.
Hey,
Are you
construct.
saying that blue skin is recessive, much like
Yeah.
red hair?
Yeah.
That there's someone out there, like there's a Professor Mendel in the Star Wars universe making some alien Punnett square?
Well, it's kind of like the Kree in the Marvel universe. There's the blue Kree and there's the pink Kree. Pink Kree is just a nice way of saying Kree who look like humans. They have like white humans. They have like white
Right.
American skin, but they call them pink.
Well, then there's Jimon Husson.
Jimon Hansu.
Jimon
And yeah,
Hansu, thank you.
In the comic books, there's just blue and pink.
Right.
But, you know, you're not going to paint Jimon Hansu blue. He's a gorgeous man.
He's gorgeous. Keep that fucking rich skin tone.
But there's a little shootout with the droid cops that are there. Mustache Man is sniping these dudes.
Yeah, him and Pig Dragon.
Yeah. And Nero's like, dude, there's something Aaron wanted to tell you, but never had a chance to. And he just kind of looks over at Isaac, but like doesn't say anything yet. And then they have their quick draw. Cad Bane blasts the fuck out of Nero, and he's like, "You took everything from me.
Oh, I was born in the prison system.
I was born in Space Chicago. You really adapted to it.
Chicago. You adapted to it, Nero.
I was born with neon green relish." But yeah, he's like, "You took everything from me," and Nero's like, "Not everything, dude."
I was born with deep dish pizza. You adapted to it.
And that's when he realizes that Isaac is his kid, and he watches Nero die. He looks down at Isaac. This lady comes over, and she's like, "Don't you touch him.
Get away from him." And he's like, "Gladly."
Good. You keep him.
Yep.
More street urchins for the fire.
I'd like to see a paternity test. Let's go on Jerry Springer. Nope, Maury Povich.
And he just walks off into the sunset right past that big green river because it turns out it's St. Patrick's Day. And
Fucking Irish.
and that's it. So I mean, it's a nothing story other than like an origin story for Cad Bane, but they also set up that he has this kid. He could have just turned around and been like, if one day you feel the need to get revenge, you can find me.
We'll wear all black. We'll meet at the park. We'll have us a knife fight. Yeah, so that's kind of my thing is you're giving backstory to a character that did not need it. Some of these characters are just cooler. We've talked about like the Solo movie, which we both ended up coming around on, but you don't need Han Solo's backstory. Boba Fett, you don't need Boba Fett's backstory. Like they should have just never. We'll get to that another time.
But yeah, it takes a cool character. It takes like a badass and humanizes him more. And it's like, well, that's cool and all, but like a badass is a badass because he's mysterious.
Right. That's what made Boba Fett so fucking cool.
They don't give you too much. I mean, again, I don't know anything about Cad Bane's activities or the way he portrays himself or any of that stuff other than he's a badass bounty hunter. But like, I don't know if this actually has any bearing on any of that or if it's just something interesting. And also maybe they're like, hey, maybe we've got another cartoon coming and that's where this Asajj story is going to tie in and all this stuff. And so they're like, well, we can introduce this Isaac kid now.
Yeah.
It's many years later. He's grown up and he's looking for revenge or
to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah. Or he'll be tempted to go join his father and that kind of thing.
If these both don't get spin-offs, they were wastes. Like if this isn't set up, just kind of a waste. Cool things like the lightsaber duel we talked about was dope. Some of these gun duels are cool, but I mean, at the end of the day, this didn't make me any more fulfilled.
Yeah, and I mean, I did like the shootouts and like the couple of bigger ones that we got are really cool, but like with it being this Wild West thing, both of the main shootouts were just, duels.
Bang bang. Yeah.
It was like draw.
You get a little car chase. You got like Laszlo and his boys running and shooting, and that's about it.
Where's our like big tombstone fucking epic blowout battle where people are flying off the top of buildings and shit if you're gonna go Western,
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed it. Again, I don't know a lot about the guy, so it was cool to see a little bit with him, but we don't really see him as him until the last episode.
Yeah, it's fine. I do wonder, do you feel like you're going to watch Tales of the Empire or the other one? There's two other Tales anthologies. Yeah,
I was thinking about it because I did enjoy these for what they were, but like I feel like with those it might be even less fulfilling because they're all like what 10, 11, 12-minute episodes.
I just almost disagree with you.
Well, just because I don't know any of those characters, so like maybe after we watch some of the cartoons.
No, you will know them. There's Ahsoka, there's Count Dooku, there's Mace. Like you'll know them.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, almost all. Not every one.
I just assumed they were all cartoon characters that had more stories told. So
there's probably some of that, but there's also just the mainstays.
Okay. Yeah, so that's it for that one.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Like I said, we might be back with Return of the Jedi if we have time to do that because as anybody who listens to the podcast knows, our main story. Our main movie episodes tend to be long, so we may not have time to do that between now and then. But we will. If not, then we will just jump into Mandalorian, and then we'll go back to Return of the Jedi when we can. But this was a technical issue that is not fixable at this time.
Neither am I.
Not with the amount of time that I have. So, sorry guys.
That's why we need more Patreon members so we can have an engineer and I can get out of my own way.
Yes, so go to patreon.com/worstpeople, and for only $3 a month, you can get our Star Wars episodes early and uncut. When they're the long ones, they're uncut. When every other one is early, unless it's new content like this. Although even the Asajj Ventress episode was still released 4 or 5 days earlier than it went to the main feed.
Yeah.
Normally it's a few weeks to a month earlier. And then there's a bunch of other content for our other show, Bad Movies, Worst People, which you can find anywhere you get podcasts and badmoviesworstpeople.com. If you want to hear us doing more bad impersonations, saying insensitive things, and talking about bad movies, kind of. We mostly just talk about the movie and then use it as a way to make inappropriate jokes.
You adapted to the darkness. I was born into it, molded by it even.
Yeah, like that.
Perfect. Example.
So that's been it for this time. I'm Derrick.
I'm Jack. You took everything from me.
Not everything. I know. I'm very unprofessional today.
This is a very technical podcast. Can you hand me my unopened Amazon Prime box so I can prop up my microphone arm?
Shut your face.